Hi, Gauthami. How are you?
Yeah, hi sir, good morning. I'm fine.
Very good morning. So, Gauthami, first of all, let me congratulate you. You got selected in one of the MNC company. So, how do you feel about it?
Thank you so much, sir. It was really good, and I got placed because of all your support only.
Yeah, it was all your efforts. So, how many years of experience you have?
8.1.
8 years of experience. Okay, so prior to this company, in which all companies you have worked? Okay, fine. So, you have worked in Cognizant and TCS earlier to this. Okay, so can you walk us through your career, how it had been, how many years you have worked in TCS and
Yes, yes. In TCS, I have worked for 5 years, and in Cognizant, I worked for 2.5.
great, great. So after that, you have joined this particular company. So is this a service-based company or a product-based company?
It is service.
Okay. And how much hike you got?
Because due to the job market was very tough this time, I got very less hike since I had some gap. So
Hmm.
I got 10% hike.
That's fine. But after the gap, you got a job. So that's a great thing. Many of
Yeah.
the women these days, they are looking for the job opportunities. They want to restart their career. Do you think testing, software testing, automation is a good field to restart the career?
Yes, yes, definitely. Because when I thought starting my career again after a break, I chose the automation testing because I was into completely manual testing. So I learned this automation testing course through Udemy, but I was not much confident after learning that. So I joined for some course with you in where I'll be helped to work on real time project. So it was really helpful.
Okay, great. So let's say if someone is doing functional testing or manual testing, what all steps they should take to get a job for the automation testing?
Yeah, they have to start some course which is automation, like examples, Java, Selenium, or anything they can choose, like TypeScript, JavaScript, whichever they are opting for. And I prefer they have to work on the real time project. Then only they'll be getting confidence while attending interviews and all. And we'll be getting to know what type of questions will be asked, whatever interviewers are asking. So we'll be able to explain them clearly if we are working on real time project. Example, before working on real time project, I was knowing about the syntax and all, but when they like ask in depth, like I was not much confident.
Mm-hmm.
But during this project was helpful for me in order to attend the interview questions and deliver my knowledge clearly.
Right, right. Were the mock interviews helpful to you?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Monthly, I was taking around 2 to 3 mock interviews with
Mm-hmm.
you, and yeah, I was also doing the assignments asked by you. So those assignments also carried the questions asked by the interviewers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great, great. So, what should be the length of the resume? These days, people are getting confused whether they should have 4 pages resume or they should have single page resume. What do you think? What should be the length of the resume to get a calls?
Yeah, I feel the length of resume should be like 1 to 2 pages. It is enough. So it should include all the tools which we have worked on and very brief description of the project we have worked on previously.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly, the interviewers are looking into the keywords like example Java, Selenium, and API testing. Rest assured,
Great.
our resumes get filtered by these keywords only. I think so. We have to make sure we include that in our resume.
Correct, correct. So, API automation as well as UI automation both are mandatory these days to clear the interviews.
Yeah, API automation and web automation both are required.
Both are required.
Or, yeah, because when I started this project, I was joined for only for web automation. But
Mm.
during the course, you also gave us insights about a rest assured.
Mm.
Yeah, the same questions were asked for me in my interviews for which company which I have worked on. Rest assured related things they have asked along with the API automation.
Great. So let me share my screen. is it possible for you to recall some of the interview questions asked in companies during your interviews, maybe technical interview one, technical interview two, whichever questions you are able to recall? Can you help us with 5 to 10 questions so the audience will get an idea what kind of interview preparation they need to do?
Yes, yes, yes.
So they might ask you about frameworks, explaining about the framework.
Yeah, yes. First question would be like explain about your framework used in your project, and what is the use of static in Java?
Mm, okay.
How to run tests parallelly in using TestNG?
Mhm.
How to deal with the pop-ups or alerts?
Then,
TestNG annotations. TestNG annotations, they asked me to tell in sequence.
sequence. Okay. So first, like suit will come, class will come, test will come, those kind of questions you
Yes, yes,
ask.
yes,
So,
yes.
two limitations. Okay.
Write an XPath for mobiles hyperlink displayed in Flipkart web page.
Mm.
What is the CI/CD tool used in your project?
Mm.
Explain about it. And what are the OOPS concept used in your project? Explain about it. Give an example and explain how were you using. What is page object model?
Right. So you can do one thing. You can share that Excel file of questions with me later on once the call is done, and then
And apart from this, they have even asked me the Java programs,
Java
example,
program.
sorting an array, yeah,
Okay.
reversing a string. Yeah, all these things I have learned through your videos, which you have uploaded in YouTube.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I was practicing them in IntelliJ, but they were asking me to write in Java Online Compiler.
Online Java compiler. Okay, okay. So these days, they are giving you the questions on online Java compiler only. Even if you open IntelliJ and you start writing in that, some interviews might ask you to switch to online Java compiler and then write those programs. Okay, okay. So how did you get the calls? Did you get the calls from Naukri.com? Did you get the calls from LinkedIn? Or how did you start to get the calls? Because you were on you were on a maternity leave, right? So how did you get the calls?
As I started applying for jobs from January. So
Mhm.
from January 1st, almost I tried applying for jobs, and I uploaded my resume in both Naukri and LinkedIn.
Mm,
But most of the calls I was getting from LinkedIn. I tried getting more calls until March, but March mid, I may say, March 10 or March 12, like that. But
mm,
after that, the calls got really reduced. Very less calls I was getting. Even now, I have not deleted my profile in Naukri, but also I am getting like for once at least one call, only one call I'm getting.
mm, mm,
The
mm.
frequency of calls has been reduced nowadays, but mostly for me, like January, February, March, mid, I got most of the calls from Naukri.
Okay. So Naukri.com. So every day you were updating your resume there.
Yeah, yeah. Every day at 6 o'clock morning, like whenever I wake up, I just update it.
Mhm. So any tips and tricks you would like to share with the community with respect to Naukri.com?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I didn't.
Feel the purchasing the premium version is mandatory, or it is good to have that
No,
premium
no,
version?
no, not at all required, I may say, because I have not purchased any premium versions, but also I was getting the call. we have to make sure like our resume is updated regularly. Somehow, some or the other thing, example name or email ID, something if we keep on updating, our resume will be able to it will be seen for many recruiters if we
Mm,
keep on updating on daily basis, so that it gets shortlisted.
great, great. What was your preparation strategy? Because these days in the interviews, they are asking about Java. They're asking about Selenium, frameworks, API automation. So many things are expected from the QA point of view. How should one prepare? What should be the strategy behind this?
Yeah, I started with Java Selenium. After completing like 80% of my real-time project, in middle only every week, I used to work on Java programs, at least 3 or 4 programs. Take one part of the Java example collections for
Mm,
this, and practice on collections related questions and Java programs related to that. And next week, I may say take arrays and practice everything on arrays so
mm,
that we'll be proficient in that particular concept.
correct, correct. Okay. So considering Java is there, so daily we can give 1 hour, 2 hours to Java and 1 or 2 hours to automation testing. How about manual testing? Should we prepare for manual testing these days? Are they asking questions on manual testing in the interviews?
Yes, yes. Actually, like my interview, like they have taken me for automation testing, but they have also asked me about manual testing questions. Like what are the testing techniques used, like boundary value analysis, equivalent partitioning, and yeah, I just explained with example for that.
Mm, mm,
And they gave me some Gmail login page and write what are the steps like positive and negative testing you do for this, and what are the testing techniques you apply for this, and even write the script for this in automation like Java and Selenium.
mm. Okay, okay. Great, great. So I'm sure that looking at this video, many of the women who want to restart their career would be getting motivated to get back the jobs for the software testing. And yes, how about AI, artificial intelligence? Do you think artificial intelligence will take up the jobs for the testers or for the software developers? Would there be any impact in the IT industry?
I feel like it may help, but not completely. Like it won't completely take up all the jobs.
Hmm.
So testers are required.
Okay. So what kind of help or what kind of assistance you are taking from AI tools in the software testing?
Mm. As of now, if we feel, I mean, if we forget any syntax related things, we'll take help of it. But after taking that help also, we have to manipulate our code accordingly.
Correct, correct, absolutely. So AI tools are there for assistance purpose. Let's say if you need some assistance, you can refer to them. Else, we should have sufficient knowledge to at least take the decision whether the response that has been generated from the AI tool is appropriate or not. So
Yes.
those kind of decision
And
making
few
we have.
companies won't even allow, like, there are some privacy issues. They won't allow using this AI tools also.
Okay, okay, that's also that. Right, right. Okay. So thank you so much, Gautami, for coming
Yes,
today
I
on.
have to say one more thing, sir. Like every day, like every week, if I feel any demotivated, and also I used to watch your interview videos. So at that time, I was getting confidence. Like okay, like I may also get job some of the other day. So let's keep on studying and all.
Correct, correct. So that's a good thing. See, the purpose of the channel is to motivate the people to help them get the jobs. And that's why the software testing, this RD Automation Learning YouTube channel was started in the year of 2020, right? So that's a great thing. If someone is getting help, if you got the help from the channel, so that's a great thing. But share this help with the other people as well and help them in their network, help them in their career, whatever the people you meet, come across with. And let's share the positivity among the community. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for supporting because of this mock interviews only, I was gaining confidence and I was really confident in attending the interviews.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And it was all your efforts, all your hard work that you gave. And definitely one day you'll be hitting up, you'll be getting the job in more and more good companies, right? So once again, congratulations for getting the job and wish you all the best for your career ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.